Welcome to Friday Fails. But
why? Well,
you suck.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the same.
And I mean that in the most horrible way possible. Dang, dude, what are you wearing?
I'm just trying to shine a positive light upon our viewers because I've heard that I'm a negative person in the comments.
Oh. All right, well, we're going to move on from that. If you are new here, what we do is we take subscriber-submitted videos. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Even if you don't have a crash video, maybe one day you will, and you'll be ready to send that in. And we're going to get right into our first fail. We've got Liam Vanuna. Hey, guys. Hey, guys, love the videos. Here's a video of my crash on a homemade sand track out in Israel after I've been hitting the jump all day. Hope you guys could help me out with this one. So what I love about this video is they've literally dug a hole in the actual track to create this jump on the side of the track. So hopefully no one else rides it but them. And
if that was Baja, that would be considered a booby trap.
Yeah, it is. Totally right.
Oh.
Dang, look where he landed. Where
classic
did he land?
huckabuck.
He landed right on the face of a roller. Let's back it up, because he got sideways. We got to determine why he went sideways.
Looks like he grinded the jump there. Like he started to break off the jump right there, potentially. No, yeah, he's right on the edge.
He's right on the edge.
Let's see, right. I think right as that back wheel's cresting the lip, maybe his back end's starting to slide off, and that's what creates that
sweet bike, though. That's
accidental whip.
They got the factory editions in Israel.
Wow.
Pretty neat.
Sick.
Pretty
I don't even
neat.
have a factory edition. Jealous. Woo, he landed hard.
So with the landing, 2 wheels is a no-no, right? 2 wheels.
He was doing the old sitting duck in the air, too. He's just sitting.
All right, so let's break it from the beginning. See what he could have done a little better. Honestly, it doesn't look like he was doing a ton wrong off the face.
Yeah, in the air, though, his knees broke forward. He went into that sitting duck position, like I just mentioned. And then
that duck there.
He didn't attack his landing either.
You got to attack your landing. He actually did
attack it!
Whoa. He's coming. Ow. He's actually coming with a lot of energy today, which I'm really appreciative of. This guy attacked the landing. He just did it with his face rather than the throttle. So you're kind of wrong. You're kind of right here. What I will say is on the sand faces, a lot of times they'll get little curves in them. You know little curves that you get in the sand faces?
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
And they highly affect the way the bike flies. So maybe that happened, maybe it didn't. But either way, he was on the gas all the way through. From what it looked like, he was in decent position. Looks like to me he froze up in the air, right? He felt that it was going a little sideways and then tightened up. And that just makes everything bad when you land. If you let loose with the legs, let the bike kind of go out, and then you land, the bike comes back underneath you. That's going to be your best case scenario. But if you're floating with that bike, when you hit, all of the impact is going to go up into your body and sling you whatever way, the opposite way, the way you landed. So make sure that if the bike starts to go sideways, you want to keep body center aligned. You don't want the body to go with the bike. You want to stay in front of the front wheel. Let the legs loose a little bit. Let the back end move. And then when you land, you know, ideally the back end comes underneath the body that's already in line. And then you're on the gas driving the bike straight. That's my opinion on what he could have done better in the air. The face was kind of hard to tell, right?
Can't fight the current, baby.
Can't fight the current. You just got to go with the flow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. Fail number 2. We got Chase Lampy out at Hard Rock Cycle Park in Ocala, Florida. Funny story about Ocala Cycle Park. I actually had a really big crash there myself. You guys want to hear it real quick? Should I tell them the story?
Is that why you're a little cross-eyed?
That's why I'm a little cross-eyed. So, just so you know, we grew up with very little money, right? So, I had a 1997 CR80 that got stolen, okay? Got stolen right before Christmas. I was visiting my mom, come back, Dad's like, bike got stolen. I'm like, dang, why'd the bike get stolen? Long story short, everyone threw their money together, grandparents, Dad, everyone. They got me a new KX80, which was like a 2001 or 2000 or something like that. It was a few years newer. For Christmas, right? I'm pretty excited. We go to the first race. It's at Hard Rock Cycle Park, okay? There's a big jump there. That's a water tower jump. It goes up a big hill. It's like a deadly step up with a real peaky thing on it, right?
Love this.
And I didn't really know how to jump, but there was a girl jumping it, okay? There was a girl jumping it. My dad was making me feel extremely guilty for not jumping it because the girl was jumping it. But she was like the fastest girl at that time on 85s, you know.
And girls
rip.
fast too.
And so I come out in the first moto. I high wheel it. I just clipped the landing. It slaps me down so hard that I just tumble the bike and me all the way probably 75 feet down this thing. The bike is demolished. First one. So that's my story about Hard Rock Cycle Park. Let's see how you did at Hard Rock Cycle Park.
Just when you were like 75 feet, it made me think of those fishing stories where they're like, yeah, I caught like this 32-pound bass.
I hope we see the water tower jump here. Oh, it's over there. Let's see if he gets there. Pro tip though, let's lift that GoPro up next time.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the J mount, and you're actually gonna mount
Flip
it
upside
down.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Oh, he's got KMS graphics. Oh, at 250.
Swip
Okay.
swap applesauce.
All right, let's back it up a little bit. Man, it's so hard to tell. This GoPro is hard, people. Oh, I can tell you right away.
Man.
You hit it in too high RPMs.
Too high RPMs. I don't know
Knees
that
were
his
too far
standing
forward.
position was really good. We could see his knees right there. Got to be up a gear when you're hitting whoops. It looks like those were whoops, or maybe those were like little doubles that he came up short on. It's hard to tell from the angle there.
Hard to tell. Yeah, I think you're completely right there. You got to be a gear up in the whoops. You got to have weight past the center line of the bike. The only time you want weight in the center line of the bike is Supercross whoops. Anything beyond that, so more mellow than that, you want to be off the back of the bike.
So you can row the boat.
You can row the boat, keep the back end down, yeah. And every time you hit, what most people don't get is why they went sideways is they lost traction or the back tire caught like a bump or a rock or something that just gave it a little bit out of line. If you're off the back of the bike, every time the back tire hits, it grabs the ground and drives you forward rather than hitting the ground and spinning and being able to go side to side. So move your weight back, drop your heels in, try to get the hips a little closer to the back fender, and take it slow, obviously, but I think all that'll help. It's hard to see in these GoPro videos, but we did the best we could. Jason Lampy46. There's a shout out. I think that's his handle here. Yep, Chase Lampy 46. Go give him a follow.
Give him
if
a
someone
follow.
follows him, that'd be super great. Fail number 3, we got Lawrence Van Heerden. How's it? They always say that South Africans say how's it.
I like that.
How's it? All from South Africa. Not my first video that you guys are analyzing. First one was ghost wheeling with the ATV, and the second one was when I broke my femur.
Man.
Jeez, how many crashes are you gonna do?
This guy's a legend.
Lawrence here. I am back on the bike since February 2019 when I broke my femur and got rid of the RM250 and got on a 2016 350. And I am ripping it apart from this video. The faster we go, the harder we fall.
True that.
Anyway, I was doing the section training and started to clear some big jumps. And let's impress everyone in the clubhouse by doing this tabletop in the front of it. The guy next to me took my line I was practicing on, so I would just jump past him on the lip that no one was taking today. Well, sometimes, it's hard. There's grammar things, and then there's also, South African things. No offense. It's just different. The bike, okay, and so am I. Enjoy the video.
Enjoy the animal sounds, he says.
I made it what I want.
I wonder if it's like crocodile sounds or hippo sounds or
All right,
so
here we
many
go.
cool African animals. Oh.
I don't hear any sounds.
He's crawling off the track.
I don't hear any
Oh,
sounds.
he's up. He's up.
The bike's okay and he's okay. All right, let's back it up and see if we can get a good break.
808. Oh, he did the old classic. Let me just hit this and drop my chest back.
Ooh, he did make a little noise. You want to start on this one? You want to give a couple pointers?
Yeah, I can give a couple
Go ahead.
pointers. I
Give
will
Lawrence-
give a couple pointers.
Give
Two
Lawrence
pointers.
his
Two
his
is
due
all
diligence.
I'm going to give you. He said a couple, I'm going to give a couple.
Give a couple.
So first off, as he leaves the face and he heads towards the apex of his jump, we can see his head, neck, and chest falling back. So similar to...
Could we see that, or we're just assuming?
I could see that.
Oh, you could see it.
I
You
could
saw
see
it.
the distance change there
Okay.
as I was analyzing the clip
You're
there.
analyzing
So
the
that's
clip.
mistake number one. We got to keep our head in that bubble. That bubble, which is like from the base of the number plate to like mid gas cap there. That virtual bubble.
The
We're gonna
virtual
keep our
bubble.
head in the virtual bubble. Okay.
The virtual
That's
bubble.
very important. You don't want to get your head outside
Invisible
the bubble.
bubble too. It could be invisible.
Virtual invisible.
Okay.
Same thing, man. Same thing.
Perfect.
Number 2, when that happened, the bike started to go like this. And we never want to do the classic Ronnie Mac air wheelie unless we're trying to show off.
Which he did say he was trying to do for the clubhouse.
Okay, well, there we go. Maybe he was trying to do that on purpose. But either way, I'm just going to throw in a little bonus, number 3 in there. Lack of timing. He cased the jump right there and bounced. So I think maybe if he was 3 or 4 feet further, he wouldn't have rebounded off the landing like that, and he might have even ridden it out, even though he did the old classic air wheelie trying to show off. Who knows?
Wouldn't you say that one of the most important things for not crashing on jumps is having good timing?
Great timing, yeah. Timing's important. And my theory is if you have good technique, good jumping technique, it's always better to go a little long than short. If you're in the right position and you land on the gas and you land correctly, you can drive through a hard landing. However, if you land short, you get that bounce, and it's hard to react to that bounce and keep the bike straight.
I would agree. I would have to agree with the go long. Unless you're in a rhythm section that's real tight, then it's kind of screwed either way.
Well, then you got to do the old brake tap.
But just to elaborate a little bit on why timing's important is because if you land down the downside of the jump, even sideways, the chances of you riding that out are pretty good. If you case it or go long and you've made a mistake in the air and the bike's floating sideways, it's a pretty good chance that you're going to get bucked off if you haven't been in that position before. Now, you'll watch the pros land sideways all the time. I think that's where people get a little confused. How do I jump straight? You don't necessarily jump straight all the time. Even the best in the world are landing sideways. They just know how to move their body to counter that weight to keep the bike from rebounding side to side. So it's just experience, starting small. Most people don't have great discipline in the sport to start on the small jumps and to really become good at those jumps, make mistakes on those jumps, save it on those jumps before they move on to stuff like this where the consequences are much higher. So yeah, timing is good, and then also having that good discipline of making sure that you're choosing the right path as far as how to jump. Let's see here.
Hope you're all right, man.
This is fail number 4. This will be our last subscriber submitted fail. Let's see.
Oh, I'm liking the Fox gear here.
Okay, so we have Gorlo Laracu. This could be Mike Laraco's cousin.
Yeah, from Canada.
Oh, they're from Canada? Okay.
Canada.
All right, here we go. Here's my friend trying to impress us on his second time to a track and first year riding motocross. Please, no need to be nice. By the way, I'm probably your longest Patreon supporter. My name is Felipe Laraca but my YouTube is Gorlo Production. Which brings us to a nice point. We do have a Patreon account if you guys ever want to support us beyond just watching the channel, subscribing, liking, doing all the basic stuff, and want to donate $1, $5, or $1 million a month, whatever you feel on your heart. We'll do the church effect. Whatever you feel on your heart that you could give to the channel, we'd be greatly appreciated, and we would also invest that back into your future of riding. It's patreon.com/MX Factory. Put it on the screen so you don't forget it. All right, that was my.
Wow, that was good. That was smooth. You're like a used car salesman.
I'm
minus a good
basically a used car salesman, but I don't have anything to really sell you.
Oh,
man, that was climactic. I almost jumped out of my chair.
Yeah, that was a movie right
So how do we not be nice about this? He asked us to not be nice.
Not be nice. Well,
you suck.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the same.
And I mean that in the most horrible way possible. Like,
that
just
was terrible. That was
pitiful.
awful.
Awful. Sell your bike.
Yourself. Cry yourself to sleep tonight.
Do the other riders on the track a favor. Never ride at a track again. You're a hazard to everyone.
That's what you get for showing off, trying to be a big guy, trying to be a cool guy.
Yeah, first time at the track. Come on. And you're going to ride up on a berm like that and just expect to grind it all the way down and ride out.
It's hard work to be mean. I don't feel good about it.
Nah, I don't feel good. We take all that back. We're actually really appreciative of beginners. We love new riders. We teach new riders almost every day, and we're here to educate new riders. So what you did was you just got a little bit of focus. I focused in the wrong direction. You got fixated on that.
Fixation.
Yeah, there you go. Object fixation?
Fixation.
Okay. Object fixation. On the big pile of dirt on the right side of the track. What that means is basically your eyes got attracted to that, and you're like, I can't leave it. I can't leave it. I'm going to look at it. Oh, I'm on it. How do I get off of it? And then you fell. So my tip is to look the other way.
Yeah, that's
Don't
hard
look
to
at
do.
the stuff.
That's hard to do sometimes. It really is.
Yeah, so pick an obstacle that's important, like the next jump. When you're coming out of a corner, look to the next obstacle that's going to kind of give you maybe not trouble, but it's going to make you be aware of what's going on and get focused on that. And that makes you look past all the little stuff that, you know, isn't really a big deal, right?
You're going to want to be approximately 5 to 7 bike lengths
Away from
ahead.
everyone.
That's how much you want your vision up, 5 to 7 bike lengths. That's like 32 to 42 feet. I just made that up. I don't know.
That's pretty close, though. I think a bike is 7 feet.
Yeah, see, I was doing the math in my head.
All right, Gorlo, yeah, I think you just need to look through the corner, find an object on the track, not off the track, to focus on, and keep riding and improving, brother. We weren't trying to be mean. We are a little bit mean in that first little part there, but we're gonna take all that back. Moving on to the next one. We got our pro crash, which is very important.
Oh, this is my favorite.
This is very important.
One of the most epic crashes of all time, actually.
This is one of the best crashes in the history of mankind. This was like a very disheartening moment for me. We got such a Chad Reed fan.
And recovered after that vacation and a weekend
Is
off.
that
He is
Reed?
fired up here in the number 22.
Oh gosh, every single time.
His timing is so impeccable because he ejects at the perfect moment. Like if he let go like a little later, this dude would have been hitting the deck like way over
Expansion
the
and a
edge.
weekend off. He is fired up here in the number 22.
Oh,
Reed
man.
launches. We got trouble. Chad Reed is down and down hard.
Take a moment. You see how high he is in the air?
Nope, I can't see that. Copyright issues. Never mind. Can't sing that. Sorry.
All right, so he's coming up to the face of the jump.
Look at his head. It's in the bubble. See, his head's in the bubble right there. Look at Bill
Can
Photo's
you put a
head.
bubble on the screen?
Bill
so
Photo's head is in the bubble too.
it's the bubble heads. All right, here we go. Here's my opinion.
It starts way back there when he wheelies, I feel like.
Yeah, but I think if you were to ask him where it went wrong,
Right
is
before
he
the
had
face.
too much weight on the front end going up that face.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Fired
too.
up here in the number.
Right,
He is
right there. He's
knees
going
are
over.
broken
You
forward.
can tell he's like, oh.
You know, he's that very off the front rider.
Yeah,
Right? He
most
really rides
fast
off the
guys
front
are.
off. All right, so we got it paused right before the face of the jump, right when his front end started to get twitchy. We got to understand, why does the front end get twitchy?
Normally it's weight transfer from like too much weight transfer on the front.
Which shortens the bike, right?
Yeah, exactly. Front wheel comes in, shortens the bike.
Right, so that's what we're just going back to. He rides way over the front of the bike. So he's shortened the bike by putting his weight on the front forks. And now all of a sudden he catches a little lip or a little groove or bump in the track, and the bike gets twitchy. If he was more in the middle, the bike would have been a little more planted in the rear. And hopefully maybe he watches this and he can just say, no, you guys are stupid. That's not what happened. I just hit the wrong hole. But in my opinion, he was riding a little too far over the front for this scenario. Bike got twitchy, and it got twitchy. I mean, he would have saved this 100% if it was just a straightaway.
Yeah.
But the fact that it threw all his weight forward while he's going up a jump and then he had to eject, horrible crash. Horrible crash. I hated seeing
Horrible.
it then. Big fan.
Horrible.
Big fan then. Big fan now. So anyways, yeah, I think it was just he didn't expect to have that twitchiness with the front end there, and then all of a sudden, you know, these guys go so fast that it just happens quick, right? You want to tell them what they did wrong? You want to watch it?
22.
Oh.
Jeez, we got trouble. Chad Reed is down and down hard.
What
The
happened?
crash.
What happened? Good crash.
That's exactly what happened.
Big crash, huh? All right, well, we hope you enjoyed this video. We have co-host 1, co-host 2. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe down there to support the channel. We have an Instagram account that would be greatly appreciated if you would go follow. It's just at the MX Factory, and our Patreon link will be down below. We got a few more videos over here that you can check out. And as always, see you next time.
Cheers.